100% all of the time. There is no leader on this call today that goes through this business feeling happy 100% all of the time. We all have our setbacks. We all invest into things that we shouldn't. And most times we invest into things and then we all absorb all the negativities, everything. People will come to us, they bring it to us, but yet at the same time, we take this shining light when things are going right. But in the midst of it, most of us have decided to say, no, I'm not going on this path anymore because we've been deceived many times. And then we set up criteria on how to do business. Because we can't shy away from doing business as leaders. We can't shy away from showing people the way to, to multiply their wealth, because that's one of the 4 levels of wealth multiplication. And you cannot do that without being part of a reward system, without building business, without doing some other things to generate cash flow. And as a crypto enthusiast and a blockchain enthusiast, I believe, and as a coach, to show people how to do things in crypto. But I know without cash flow, it's impossible to do business in crypto, more especially now that the market is down. With external cash flow, you can easily go back and buy the dip and then sell the top. How will you buy the dip and sell the top when you don't have cash flow? So that's the reason why we do all this. And tonight we are here for you to show us. We don't want somebody to sugarcoat things for us. We are not here for you to give us cosmetics answers to anything. We want it raw. We want to get it. We want to get things right so that we can take it back to people who follow us and show them this is what we think, this is what we've seen, and this is what we need to do. Now we have one of the best leaders in Nigeria in this call. We have crypto enthusiasts, we have those blockchain experts, we have those that have been in the Forex industry, in some other big companies. We have those who have been in the multi-level marketing, building people. And we are here today to hear from the cooperative by ourselves. We want to hear things, more especially we in the crypto aspect of things. We like the decentralized wallet, we like your NFT, your metaverse, and we'll get more information on that. But now with the little time I have, I can't mention everybody on this call. We have amazing leaders on this call, but I want to call my boss, Mr. Felix, the team B, the plan B express team lead. I want him to say something, at least to correct what I've said, so that we can continue. And then I hand it over to the corporate team to continue from there. Mr. Felix, are you there?
All right, thank you very much. Permit me that I may not be able to unmute my video. I'm just checking in now. And so, however, good evening, everybody, and to the corporate body in this company. I just want to say thank you for this time. And I just want to hope too that we shall continue to have good interaction over a long period of time, because just like what Mr. Nogod have said earlier on, and one of those type of persons that we never listen to when it has to do with third-party system. I don't believe in it. And I'm one of the person that propounded my own personal philosophy that 99% of third-party platform are scam. And then it's only an exceptional company who have to prove me wrong. And especially we are getting started with Nextgen. And for great leaders from different sphere of system, we all know our own. I'm much crazy about crypto. And I know a good number of people too are more fascinated with crypto. But of course, different business bless different people. And for great leaders from different areas of businesses, in commodity market, in crypto, in Forex, and all sorts of platforms, you're welcome. And I just want to hope that the company too are going to keep us abreast continually, because the beautiful one are not yet born, even the ugly one refused to die. And but we just have to continue to till the ground until we find the right precious gold. And I do want to hope that Nextgen platform is going to show us the precious gold over the years and not just the talking. And so thank you very much for the opportunity. And then we're here to get the best and to listen to the best, and not the cosmetic answers, as I said, but the raw truth. There's nothing that's fantastic as raw truth. XYZ is the best rather than T7P. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
All right, you can take it over from us there.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I really appreciate everything that you said. Give me 1 second, because it's the truth. I mean, we're here in this industry. We don't want anybody just painting pictures to us. We want something real. We want something that we can verify, that we can test, that is the truth. And that's why we have joined this company, because we have real people. We have a real set of management, not fake actors. We have a building that we can visit. We have a support that we can talk to. That's what we want. We want real people. We want a real company with real products. And that's why I am so happy to introduce my good friend, Mr. Amran Abbasi, which is the Vice President of Marketing in this amazing project, this amazing company called Nextgen. Also with us in this call will be somebody that every time I listen to him, I get so excited and I get so happy to be part of this company, which is Mr. Paul Chalmers, which is one of the co-founders and the managing director of the company. So I'm not sure that we'll also have, or will soon have, our CEO in this call. But in the meantime, please, my dear friend and great leader and very honest person, which I am very happy to work with, Mr. Amran Abbasi, Vice President of Marketing. Welcome to this call.
Thank you so much, Luis. Thank you for having me here. It's an
You're muted.
absolute pleasure to be here on this call.
Unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm unmuted. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Luis, thank you for wonderful.
We can't hear you. You're muted.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. So thank you guys for having me on this call. It's a pleasure to be on this call, especially when we know that we have 70 plus leaders. We are not talking about individuals. We are talking about leaders who have made a name out for themselves in this industry. So it's great to have 70 plus leaders on this call. Now, I know that every single one of us who is on this call today is on this call for the same purpose. And I'm going to come to that purpose in a bit, but before we talk about that purpose, or before I introduce myself, I'm a strong believer of giving credit where it's due. So I want to recognize Mr. Innergold, Mr. Abby FX for creating, for making this call happen. And I also want to recognize Mr. Luis Castillo, because he is one of those first few visionaries. I would say one of the first 20 visionaries that I personally shared this plan with. Now, Luis and me go a long way back, and we never built a business together. It was through one Facebook message, but Luis knew that I have what I have achieved in the industry previously. And he knew that if I got involved in something, or I didn't even send in the PDF at that time, because there was no PDF, if you remember, Luis. There was no PDF available. All I told him, Luis, I am part of this business. That's all you need to know. Rest is up to you. You can wait, or you can get started with me, and then you know what we can create together. Without seeing the PDF, without seeing the presentation, he decided that if I put my name with this company, he said, Jerome Cameron, I'm in. And he said, well, we'll get started, we'll build this. And then he said, but before we build this, I'll get started, I'll invest, but I want to be 100% sure before I start building this. And hence he came to take it with us, and rest is history. Now he is building one of the biggest organizations in this company, not just in Africa, not just in Russia, not just in Malta, but across the globe. So well done, Luis, for making that happen. My name is Cameron Abbasi. I'm not gonna take a lot of time. It's 22 past. I'll be done by 25 past, because I want you guys to hear from the person who I get inspired. After I listen to him, I get very inspired, because he's got the kind of knowledge that he has, and the way he explains information is next to, it literally blows your mind. So a bit about myself. My name is Cameron Abbasi. I came in this company as a marketer. I did not come in this company as a VP of marketing. I came as a network marketer. So but because what we were able to produce in last 2.5 to 3 weeks, company decided to promote me as a VP of marketing. And that's an opportunity for every single networker on this call as well. That if you produce results, you create things, you make things happen, you have an opportunity to get to the very top and become one of the corporate members as well. So my background is simple. I have been involved in this space of network marketing from the last 11 years. In 11 years, I have built 3 network marketing companies. 2 of them were product-based companies, and 1 was a crypto/digital/passive reward company. In that company, we built a team of 95,000 people, and we had a sales volume of over $18 million. So for those of you who are experienced in this field, which I'm sure all of us are, we know that once you have that big of a network, or once you build that big of a team, you do make decent money. But that company went down after 2.5 years. Now, when that company went down after 2.5 years, I was absolutely devastated. I was, mentally, I was depressed. I was in a position where, because I put my heart and soul in the business. And because I come from a product-based company, I didn't knew this concept of companies going down. So when that company went down, yes, leaders made money, I made money, but in my mind, I'm thinking that I made that money on the expense of someone else losing that money. Now, we are all leaders. We have all been in that phase. If anyone on this call says that they've never been in this phase, I would say that's not possible. We've all been in that situation. Now, there's 2 ways to get out of that situation. The first is just blame the company, blame everyone else. For me, I worked differently. I blamed myself. I said, it's me as leader. It's my responsibility. I should have done the due diligence on the people behind the company. I should have done due diligence on the infrastructure of the company. I should have done due diligence on how companies making money. Because if I don't know how they're making money, or even if they have an engine that's making money for them, how can they pay the profits out? So for me, I promised myself, moving forward, I will never build a company unless I have 100% transparency on 3 things. Number 1, people behind the company. Are they real? Can I meet them? Can I speak to them? Can I have a conversation with them? Number 2, real infrastructure. Is there any offices? If so, can I visit the offices? Can I see people in those offices? And how big is the infrastructure? And number 3, the most important of all for me personally was every company in the world plans to trade. But for some reason, no one can prove it. Now, my background in the last 3 years, I've been trading full time. I'm a funded trader for 2 platform companies, my Forex fund and FTMO. So when I was pitched this business and when I was told about Forex, I was like, okay, this is my passion. I'm interested. I wanted to see the trading. If company has a real trading system in place, once I met the people behind the company, which all of us have access to do so, once I saw the physical infrastructure of this company, 7 offices in 7 different parts of the world, I was like, this is exciting with real infrastructure. And at last but not least, once I saw the income generating engine of the company, which again, every single person in this company have full access to the trading side of the business, where everyone have full access and can see for themselves. For me, it was an absolute no-brainer. Therefore, 3.5 weeks ago, we got started in this business, and rest is history. In 3.5 weeks, we expanded to 53 countries with leadership. And from these 53 countries, we have 29 leaders that I'm working directly with who have made over $1 million from the industry. So all of you experienced leaders, you know, for someone to make $1 million, they must have done some sort of volume in their previous business. So 53 countries, 29 leaders with over $1 million in their previous companies, with over 17,000 people in just 3.5 weeks. And this is just the start, guys. Now for us, for me, for all these leaders, Nextgen is our home. Now we are moving with Nextgen for the next 5, 10, 15 to 20 years. So that's my story from where I got started and where I ended up in Nextgen. Now, I'm gonna hand this mic to the person that I highly respect. I've got to know this individual only, I would say 4.5 weeks ago. because I've been, before getting started in this company, for almost a couple of weeks, we were interacting, we were meeting, we were doing a lot of meetings, because I wanted to be 100% certain before getting started. When I met this individual, when I got to know this person, you know, we built a very close bond, a very close friendship or relationship, that we have a lot of respect for each other. I admire this individual because of what he's achieved in his professional career. I'm not going to go into that, his professional career, because that's something he will talk about as well. And when he explains to you guys the engine of Nextgen, how transparently, I mean, the way he explains and the transparency that he has in his explanation blows my mind. And honestly speaking, if I would have met this gentleman probably 3 years ago, I would have been in a different place altogether. So without wasting any more time, I'm going to introduce and bring on this call not only the managing director, not only the co-founder, but the co-owner of Nextgen. Now ask yourself this question once you get home, I mean after this call, that how many times would you get access to people who are owners and they will come and they will lead a company from the front? That speaks volume. So please, Paul Chalmers, thank you so much for jumping on this call. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. And please go ahead, take the mic and do what you do best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much for that introduction, Cameron. And it's great to see Luis. And InnoGold, thank you very much for the input that you gave. And you're right, there's so many companies out there that are scams, unfortunately. Now, there's good reason for that. And what I'll do is explain it to you. I think I've got the pin on now. First of all, let me just introduce myself. Hello, everybody. My name is Paul Chalmers, and I am the managing director of Nextgen. I'm also a co-founder and I'm a co-owner as well. So you're actually speaking to one of the owners of the company, and there are only 3. Okay, so you've got 33% of the ownership already on this call. Now, what I'd like to do is explain to you a couple of different things, because what people need to know and need to understand when they come into a company is exactly how the company works. Who are the people? And how does this company work? And so many others don't. And what I'm going to do is try to walk you through that. It can get a little bit technical sometimes, and I promise you I'll make it as simple as possible so that you understand. But the way that I have designed this engine is quite complex, and it does certain things that maybe you haven't been in before. Some of you may, some of you not, but I'll try and be as simple in the terms that I use. Now, my name is Paul Chalmers. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I was in industry, and I was paid an awful lot of money by blue chip companies to go into their companies to improve them. And what I mean by improve them, this is manufacturing companies. So I'm not an internet marketer. I'm most probably one of the most useless internet marketers in the world. That's not the reason that I'm in this company. I'm a businessman. I go into companies, and I'm talking about companies like Monsanto, Exxon, Mitsubishi, Tyco, the 44th biggest company in the world. So you're looking at very, very big blue chip companies around the world. What I did and what I was good at was going into companies and streamlining them, looking at the costs of the company, looking at how we can reduce. Somebody talking over me.
Please continue.
Okay, thank you very much. So I used to go into companies to improve them. Let me explain what I meant by improve them, because I have tremendous skills in many different areas within the industry. I would be looking to make sure that we improve the quality of the product that we sold. I would make sure that what we were doing and the Japanese methods of manufacturing were implemented to make sure that we were manufacturing products in the most efficient and the most effective way. Also, from a regulatory point of view, I would be there to ensure that we comply to all quality standards and all regulatory requirements of that company and the space that they were in. And also to look to make it more profitable, because if you make something more efficient, if you reduce the costs, if you reduce the waste within a company, you automatically become more profitable. Now then, around 20 years ago, I also started trading. and I became a very, very good trader over the period of time that I was in industry. Now, in 2008, I decided that I wanted to start my own company. I was an excellent trader. I was able to go into companies to be able to improve them, and I wanted to open my own company. I wanted to be the managing director of my own destiny, so to speak. So in 2010, I started what is now a very, very famous academy in the UK. The UK Trading Academy is an academy that is one of the longest running academies, most highly respected academies in the world. That is the academy that I started, and that is the academy that I run now. So I am the owner, and I also run the UK Trading Academy, as well as managing director of Nextgen, but there's a lovely synergy to that. I've also traded hedge funds, very, very large funds, regulated funds, and I also do options trading. I'm a very, very good options trader. I've been taught by one of the best options traders in the world. His name is Glyn Calvert. You can look him up on Google if you so wish. So I have some varying skills as well as business. So I am an entrepreneur, but I am a very, very good businessman, and I'm a useless internet marketer. I'll tell you that straight away. That is not my skills, and that's not what I do within the company. Now, I just wanted to give you a little bit about my background. The type of companies that I run were 500 million pound companies. The last company, I was operations director for the whole of UK and Europe for Tyco. Again, Tyco being the 44th biggest company in the world. And running a 500 million pound operation is not unusual for me. So that is the background that I have within industry. But as I said, in 2010, I started UK Trading Academy. I have incredible links within the financial industry, and I have a reputation, a very, very good reputation within the industry. For those who may not know what Ron Seal, in the UK, we have a paint called Ron Seal, and they say on the tin how long that paint will last on an outside wall, on a fence or whatever. And the way that Ron Seal advertise themselves is they do what they say on the tin. I have the nickname within the financial industry of Mr. Ron Seal. So I do what I say. I'm very well known for it. So that's a bit about my background, and also from a financial point of view, a little bit about my background over the last 12 years, trading for funds, handling significant amounts of money, and teaching people how to trade the financial markets. Now let's talk about Nextgen. That's enough about me, because you want to know what the company is, but it's good that you know my background and what I have done and what I have achieved in my life so far. Now, Nextgen has as its main service, Nextgen Academy. Now that is like an amalgamation of what I've generated over the last 12 years as UK Trading Academy. So we provide as a service, as a product to sell, Nextgen Academy. Now, Nextgen Academy is made nothing like any other Forex trading academy in the world. And let me tell you why. The way that we work is very interactive with our students. And I'm going to tell you how it's interactive. First of all, the academy assumes, and when somebody buys a package, we assume that they know nothing about financial trading, about Forex trading. In fact, we've now just starting to add crypto trading as well. So it's not just a Forex trading academy, it's a crypto and Forex trading academy in education. We provide 20 educational modules. Now those modules take somebody who knows nothing about financial trading, knows nothing about Forex trading, knows nothing about crypto trading, into a very competent trader. Now, those modules take you step by step through the Forex markets and step by step on how to trade the Forex markets. Now, we do not do retail trading. I'm an institutional trader. I have been trained institutionally to trade financial markets and not just Forex. Now, there's a big difference. If you Google in the world how many people lose money trading, it's around 80 to 85%. In fact, brokers in the UK now and some other countries, especially Europe, have to put how many people who have accounts in their brokerage lose money or win money. And it's always between 75% and 80%, 85% of people lose money. Why? Because the institutional traders are the traders who move the markets, who know what the market is going to do next, and who suck the retail traders in. So we do not teach you institutional trading. There is no loads of indicators on any of our charts. We actually do naked trading. We teach you how the markets move. We teach you what the market is probably going to do next. Because institutional traders all over the world are taught the same way. Therefore, they will move a market to a certain position, and then they will move the market in a different position based on where the market is. Now, if every single institutional trader is trained the same way, and I'm trained the same way, then I have a good understanding of what the market is going to do next in many, many situations. And also, we have one very, very special thing. I have a license to stream in the market index. Now, this is an index which tells me, how can I explain it the easiest possible way? Jefferson's Bank in the US is the largest independent bank in the world. Jefferson's Bank have an arm of their bank that deals purely with financial trading. They sponsor funds. They also provide the data that if any of you know what MetaTrader is in the Forex markets, MetaTrader is the main application that is used by people all over the world to trade the financial markets. They provide all the data streams to the brokers so that they can run their MetaTraders, but also they produce the market index. Now, I have a license which allows me to have a node into something called the fixed matrix. You can again look it up on Google. It's the financial institutions matrix. Now, let me explain what happens. In that matrix, we can see what all the major liquidity providers are doing, the banks, the institutions, the big hedge funds, and which direction they are moving a single currency, not a currency pair, not euro against US dollar, but the euro or the US dollar or the Swiss franc or the Japanese yen or the Aussie dollar or the New Zealand dollar or the US dollar, of course, which is the biggest one. So we actually have that data live streaming into our servers within Nextgen Academy. And the market index is run off that data, and we provide it live onto the screens every single day for 12 hours a day. So let me explain now in detail exactly what this academy does. 20 educational modules that teach you how to trade Forex and crypto to institutional level. We also provide 3 strategies that you learn. Those 3 strategies, one of them, you actually download the software and you can keep it for the rest of your life, whether you're in the academy or not. And also 2 other strategies. Now, the one strategy that we use, which I said you download the software, that has made more money in the last 20 years than the top hedge fund in the world. Now, the top hedge fund in the world for the previous year, because they're doing last year's now at the moment, is a company called Tiger Global. They made 10.6%. Now, what I'm saying is that this strategy makes more than the top hedge fund in the world for the last 20 years, sometimes double. It is a proven strategy, and people can actually go back with the software for 10 years if they want and check it themselves, because it shows every single trade. The other 2 strategies are based on something different. Okay, for people who might know it, they're based on a Fibonacci retracement and also a hedging strategy. That may be way over your heads, but I just want to explain what it is. So you have 3 different types of strategies. Now then, the other 2 strategies actually make more than the strategy I told you about, which you download the software. So therefore, the last 3, I won't answer any questions, especially stupid ones like that. I just told you that my last company was Tyco, and I run the UK Trading Academy. So it's not been 3 companies. Now then, what happens is that we provide those to everyone, and those 3 strategies you keep for the rest of your life. You can use them for the rest of your life. You can teach your children them, and they are very, very successful strategies. Now then, as well as that, as well as teaching you how to fish, we give you fish. What does that mean? When you log into Nextgen Academy, on the screen live in front of you, you will have 2 live strategies that produce trading signals. Each of the modules, well, one of the modules will teach you how to do the Newton index, and one of the modules will teach you how to do the Da Vinci Code. Now, these are run from the index. Okay, so people absolutely love this because it makes so much money. You just imagine going to place a trade and you know what the big boys are doing. Now, the big boys do things in a certain way. It's very, very simple. They move the market in one direction. It's just like a fisherman with a net. They'll move a market in one direction, and then what they will do is they will move it in the opposite direction very quickly. Everybody thinks the market's going up, and everybody starts going into buys. Some people will get in early, some people will get middle, some people will get late. And what happens is when they've got around 80% of the people sucked in, they will move the market in the opposite direction, hit all their stop losses and take the money. Now then, we don't do that. Everybody is buying and we're waiting because we can see when they change the direction of the market on, say, the euro, for us to be able to place sells. Everybody's placing buys, we're placing a sell at a certain time. Now, this is how the Academy works. So you've got 2 live streaming strategies. You've got 3 strategies that you can learn and use for the rest of your life. And you've also got the 20 educational modules. As well as that, these 2 strategies are streamed live from 8:30 in the morning UK time to 8:30 in the night UK time. So 12 hours. In other words, the European session, the UK session, and a lot of the American session until the volume disappears. You know, because once the American session comes to about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, it just goes dead because nobody else is running and there's no volume in the market. So we're covering the biggest period of the day. What happens is that our members can see when those markets are changing and moving, and they will place trades based on that. As well as what I've told you, 8 hours a day, we have my team live. Now, let me explain what that team does. Number one, they will give you market analysis at 9 o'clock in the morning, just after the markets have opened, so we can see what's happening, and about 1:30 in the afternoon when the American market opens. The main market analyst that we have is probably, I rate him as one of the best in the world, because a lot of our members just listen to what he says and actually place trades based on what he has said that the markets are going to do. And he has incredible accuracy. Everybody listens to those 2 periods of time. But also, as well as that, during those 8 hours, if we see trades triggering, we tell you. We tell you why, because if you're not quite sure how a certain strategy works, we explain it live on the screen. Live on the screen. All of this I'm telling you is live. And we will walk you through that trade until it completes. Also, what we do is we have our members say in the Academy that we have the best support service in the world, the best customer service in the world. Let me explain why. When you're live during the day, if you've got a question, you don't send an email in and then wonder, am I going to get an email reply within an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 day, 1 week? We answer it live on the screen. Now, when you're talking about trading, sometimes it can be a bit of a complicated question. And to write that answer to explain can be also complicated. What a better way of actually showing people on the screen. You do this, you do that, you click that, you drag this direction. People love it because they get immediate answers to their questions. So those are all the different parts of the service. Now, I don't, even though I get quite excited because obviously I generated this incredible academy, I don't have to say how good it is now because we have a WhatsApp group where thousands of members are on there and they keep posting up what they've made every day. So they do an absolutely great job of selling the academy now because people can join, link to the WhatsApp group, and they can see immediately what's happening. Also, it's an incredible environment because members help members. So that is the service that we provide, but most people on here are leaders. What I've tried to explain is that we have an incredible product for you to sell. It works. It works brilliantly, and people make money from trading the markets and learn an incredible skill. Now then, what I'd like to do now is go off that and explain to you how the company makes money. Because if you're networkers, which most of you on here will be, because you are leaders, therefore you're looking to generate your teams, and you want to be happy that you know exactly how the company makes money. So I'm going to explain every part of it. And I'm also going to explain to you why network marketing companies fail. Some are Ponzi's, but some actually start with the right intention. Now, what a lot of internet marketing companies do is they decide how much daily reward they want to pay, and they decide the commission structure. And then they start their company. They could say it's 2-3% a day on daily rewards. There's a 50, 60, 70% commission structure. It looks very, very good. People who don't understand how network marketing companies work will get sucked in by it because they can see big profits. But unfortunately, companies who do it that way fail very, very quickly. Now, I have generated a formula. I joined the company 2 years ago, first of all, so that you understand my progress. Joined the company, provided them with the academy. The two owners then realized, hang on, we got somebody here who knows how to run very large companies and is an incredible trader. He's got a fantastic track record. So the company actually brought the money inside of the company for my team to trade rather than an external trading company. And of course, that external trading company was taking 30% of all the profits. Now it's all made inside the company. And then I progressed and started to develop what I call the engine, which generates the profits for the company. Now then, the first thing that I did, you have to understand that my degree and my initial work and skills is control engineering, okay, electronic engineering. This is sort of a calculator. I am fantastic on figures. And I quickly saw that there would need to be a formula which allows, or you know, if a company can sustain what it is providing to its members in different ways. And that formula I have fine-tuned. And we have some interesting fun sometimes when we see new companies. We dial in their profits, we dial in what they're giving as commissions and daily rewards, and that tells us how long it'll be before they run away. It's very interesting because we find that most of them have 3 different times: 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. Most companies, if they are not set up correctly, will disappear after that period of time. Now, most internet marketing companies that set up, they set up with these fantastic profits, but of course they run away with your money. That's no use whatsoever. It's because they cannot sustain that level. It's a Ponzi. Other companies, and I would say that's 80% of every internet marketing company that starts. It's the old 80-20 rule. Now then, out of the last 20%, those companies, a lot of those companies start off with good intentions. But the problem is the hardest part of an internet marketing company they don't realize is what engine you need to be able to make the company sustainable. So they very, very quickly run into trouble because they can't sustain the growth that they have. Now, what I would like to explain to you now, oops, we have somebody on again. What I'd like to explain to you now is why are we different? What makes our engine so good? Well, we've done it a different way. I'm a businessman and I like to make sure that things add up. And when you look at how an internet marketing company works, it is a mathematical equation. Forget the one I just told you about how long a company is going to go. It's a mathematical equation. What comes in, what goes out? How is that balanced? If you tilt it one way, the company goes bad. If you tilt it the other way, the company will also fail because if you don't have enough money coming in and generating enough profits for what you're giving out, the company will finally end up losing money. It doesn't have any more money to pay people and it disappears. Now, when I first joined the company actually was full in Forex. They used to trade the financial markets, the Forex markets, and they were generating income. When it came in-house and I actually saw what we needed to generate, because now I was starting to understand this formula that I had made and how it works. And what I realized very quickly was that just using a company, if a company says it can run with Forex, it's a load of rubbish. And let me explain to you why. The financial markets or the Forex markets are quite volatile, not as volatile as crypto, but they're volatile. And you cannot get an even income coming into the company. It's doing this. You know, some days it's great, some days you lose a lot, some days you make a lot. But you cannot run a company sustainably and sensibly with such an income going up and down so much. So therefore, what I found was that the money management that the trading company was using was very, very high. It was risky. They got away with it on some occasions, but it was very, very risky. And for us to be able to generate the amount of income that the company needed to sustain what we wanted to do and actually make a company where the profits were sensible, therefore the daily rewards were at a sensible level, and also our commission structure, when those actually were paid, the engine that was producing the money was capable of producing that. The Forex did, but it was too high a level. Now, bringing it in means that we kept 30% more. So I could reduce it a little bit, but it still wasn't good enough. So therefore, as I said to you before, I'm a very, very good options trader. I've been trained by the best in the world. Now, options is a different area. And as I said, I'm sorry if it gets a little bit technical, but you need to understand fully what we do and how we do it and why we succeed. Options is totally different. That's normally done by treasury departments in banks or large institutions, especially commodity institutions. What I mean by that is oil companies who buy 1 million barrels at a time. Now, what happens if like a year and a half ago, oil just goes like this? At the moment, it's going like that, obviously, because of issues within Ukraine, Russia, etc. But what happens if you were a company and you bought a barrel of oil at $100, and by the time you got it 3 months later, it was $20? You just go bankrupt. It doesn't work. So therefore, they take an option out just in case it goes below 95. It goes below 95, the option pays for the loss. Now then, I have generated a very, very crafty strategy based on options, and this has now become the main basis of the money that the company makes. We do something a little bit different. Now then, options pay something called a premium. Let me explain to you in simple terms. An insurance company, a car company, you pay $400 to insure your car for the year. And if you get a bump, they will pay that out, but it'll be an awful lot more than $400, so it's worth paying it. But is there an insurance company in the world who lose money? They have everything set, so the amount of premium that they take is far, far more than the amount of money and the liabilities that they have, because they have all the facts and figures of the demographics of all the people that they have, the age groups, how many crashes in that age group, that age group, that age group, etc. Now, we have done the same, but in an options basis. We just take the premiums from people who want to place an insurance. But there's a clever twist. What we also do is we place an opposite trade to the trade that they've placed. What happens is if the market goes in that direction, we win money. If the market goes in the wrong direction, we lose money, but the premium that we have placed in the opposite direction, the trade wins. So it comes out to zero. You just it's like putting a buy and a sell. Yeah, one will win, one will lose, but they're both zero when you summate it. What happens then is that we just keep taking premiums. Now, what that's done is our options part of the company gives us a fantastic base, okay, of money. It is not high profit, but it is constant profit that is coming into the company. What's that allowed me to do? Reduce the amount of money that, the risk that we put on Forex. So now it's starting to come down to the area that I want. But I still wasn't happy with the level that we had on Forex. So we now do crypto trading, but a very different type of crypto trading. 6 weeks ago, I went to a meeting of 50 people from all around the world. The reason that I was chosen was of my financial credibility in London. And in that meeting, there were crypto companies from all around the world and things that are happening in crypto that nobody else knows about at the moment. They're like black hat strategies. Now, I'm not saying loopholes or all these things. If somebody tells you there's a loophole, it's a load of rubbish. That's just a scam. What I'm saying to you is there's certain things that happen in the industry now that not many people know about. Only the top people do. Only the richest of the rich know about this, and they take advantage of it. And I'm going to explain one example to you so you understand. Now, we have implemented 6 strategies that those 50 people came out with. Okay, it was in London. It was in the 5-star Novotel on London Bridge, the Novotel right there. So I'll even tell you where it was. But what we are doing now is we are implementing that into the company. But this is incredibly safe, risk-free, almost risk-free profits. I'm going to give you 1 or maybe 2 examples that I hope you will understand slightly. There are smart contracts which are generated on certain blockchains. Those smart contracts are all over the world now doing different things. Okay, they perform a certain function for a company. But just like any company, smart contracts can go down the pan. Just like companies can become bankrupt. What happens? An administrator goes into a large company that has failed. They look at and they pull in all the assets. They look at the liabilities and they pay a certain percentage of whatever's left to each of the people that they owe money to. But what do they always do? What does an administrator always get? They get their fat fee first. They take the money and then they distribute what's left. Well, we have now got a license. We are smart contract administrators. So we go into smart contracts and companies that have failed, and we do the work that I've just told you of as an administrator. That's just one of the strategies. So you see, this isn't trading crypto. This isn't risking a volatile market. This is getting sure money. I'll give you a second simple example. For those who might have been in the financial markets, there's something called loop-in, which banks do. What they do, banks are very good at using other people's money to make profits. Now, what we do, and a couple of weeks ago, I put £1 million into a smart contract, and I'm looking for smart contracts that provide an income. And you're looking for companies who want money because they've got a great idea to generate additional money or to grow what they've already got. So therefore, I put that $1 million into a smart contract, which is paying, the one that I put it into was 15.7% profit a year. Now, that doesn't sound a lot. But also, there are companies in the world where you can take loans out. They're actually giving money out for people to buy crypto because they want people to buy crypto. And I would never, I'm telling you now, never take a loan out to buy crypto. People who took a loan out months ago when crypto is at 60 or 70,000, it's now at 23. You've lost everything. But this is different. What we do is I go and get a loan. I can use 75% of the money of the contract that I've made as collateral to get a loan. So now I go to these companies who are offering loans for 3% as a smart contract, and I take 750. I do it again. This is what you call loop-in. I do it a second time. I use the 750 that I've now got as collateral to get 75% of 750,000. If I loop that 12 times, my million has become 4 million. I'm earning 15% or 15.7 on 4 million. I'm using 3 million out of the 4. So we're only risking $1 million. I'm using 3 million out of the 4 of somebody else's money, and I'm only paying them 3%. Overall, when you look at that equation, out of that million, we're making 40% a year. And what's the risk? A quarter of the money that's being used because somebody else is funding 3/4. Now, when we add those three together and the income that is coming in from that, then what happens is I'm able to take my Forex trading down to the level that I'm happy with. Now, we also have a fourth part of the engine, and that is real estate, bricks and mortar. We have projects, real estate projects in Istanbul. For the people, and Cameron can tell you, he's been there, he's opened the doors, he's gone into the rooms, he's looked at the apartments. We bought one of the biggest tower blocks in Istanbul in an incredible location, because of course, what do they say about prices of property? Location, location, location. Lately, which we knew about before, they have put a metro terminal directly into Istanbul, which they're building at the moment. The prices of the apartments that we bought a tower block, renovated, and built luxury apartments. The cost of those apartments have gone through the roof. There's something like 260 apartments, I believe. I may not be totally accurate on that, but it's not far off 260 apartments in that tower block. And they are luxury apartments, and they are going like hotcakes. As well as that, we also have in Dubai, which has now started. The walls are starting to be built, because a couple of months ago, when we were in Dubai just before Christmas, we took our members and actually dug the first bit of earth to start the foundations for something called Nextgen residences in Dubai. We also have other ones in different continents of the world. And we have a plan going forward to increase that dramatically. Now, for those who may be going to Dubai on this, because I know there's a number of people going to Dubai because we have an event in Dubai on the weekend, those people will be able to see things. If they go to Istanbul, they'll be able to go and see the tower block. You can see the videos, the drones, the drone footage that we just did. It's incredibly impressive. But what do we have now? We have an engine which has 4 fantastic constituent parts. Then from that, we have been able to generate a compensation plan and a daily reward that engine has the ability to very easily sustain itself. So we haven't done it like other internet marketing companies fail. We haven't said, oh, this looks good as a compensation plan and daily rewards, and then find that they cannot generate the amount of money as profits for the company and then share it as rewards and compensation. We've done it the other way around because we know what we can generate. Now, I have made a Bugatti of an engine, but that engine is running at 40 miles an hour. So not only are we sustainable now, we are sustainable for the future. This company would have to grow to millions and millions of people before I would have to get going again, so to speak, to look at adding something else to satisfy that need. So now we have the sustainability. I'm sorry if it's been a bit technical, but I want you to realize that what we do is real. If I say we do something, I want to explain exactly how we do it. For the crypto people on you, they'll know that what I've said about those smart contracts is true. For the financial people, they will know that what I'm saying about looping is accurate. Now, Forex. What we decided to do a little while ago was we wanted to give transparency. Okay, so we're a real company with real people. We have real generation of money. We have a sensible compensation plan, and we have sensible daily rewards. The next thing that you would look at if you were saying, how do I know if this company is real? Well, now you have the CEO on as well. So you have 66% of the ownership on this call. Very rarely you will get that in any other company. In fact, if you come to Dubai, you can shake my hand, you can shake Rian's hand, you can even pinch me and I'll say, ow, because I am not a hologram. I'm a real person. I'm a dad, I'm a husband. And thirdly, I'm a businessman. Now, let me explain a little bit more why I told you all of this, because to give clarity, the biggest amount of money that we have is in Forex. So what I've done is I opened and put into a brand new account 30 million a couple of months ago. And I don't know if you know what FX Blue is, but they are a company who verify Forex accounts, and you can see exactly what the Forex account is doing. You can't do anything with it, but you can see all the parameters and you can see all the statistics. So we do that. And I'm sure, Cameron, that you're on, you would be able to provide to some of the top leaders on here that link so they can prove and show people exactly how the company makes a lot of its money. So therefore, what we've added is we've added clarity. You can actually see us making money. Now then, the company also does a number of other things, and I want to explain this to you. Real companies have real people, but they also have real offices. Most internet marketing companies, you can't see an owner, you can't talk to an owner, you can't go to an office because there isn't any. They don't exist, but in this company we do. We have offices all around the world. In fact, our office in Dubai is incredible. If any of you come there, you will walk in and go, oh my God, this is incredible. But we're there regularly. If you come to the offices in Birmingham, the head office, we will be there. Most of the time, 2 of the co-founders are there, sometimes 3. But we are also people who have been successful in our lives before we did Nextgen. Rehan, who's on now, he's the CEO. He was already a multimillionaire because he decided stupidly to buy Bitcoin at $300, and he bought loads of it. And of course, even at 30,000 or whatever it is now, he's an extremely rich man, but he's also an incredible marketer. And every company that he has been in, he's got to the top. And I'm sure that Rehan, I won't steal his thunder, he'll tell you the companies that he's worked in. And why did he start this company? Basically, because he was sick and tired of people changing compensation plans half the way through. Tired of companies who said that they do something and they never did. That is why Nextgen was started. Now, another thing that we also do is to give you an understanding is we're probably the only internet marketing company that give you an assurance. What does that mean? Let me take a simple package for a minute, a yearly package, a 5,000 package. Now then, when you buy a 5,000 package, you get a year of this incredible academy, which I've already explained to you, but you also get daily rewards based on that. So you have a package which is going to make a certain amount of daily rewards for you. But the assurance bar assures you that if you pay 5,000 for that, we hope within 52 weeks, that the daily rewards will at least be 5,000. Now then, of course, we don't want to just do that. We want to make the 5,000 and we want to give you some extra. Because this isn't an investment company. We want to give you extra. Now then, you can see on your insurance bar every single week as you make daily rewards, that going towards 5,000. Now you may hit 5,000 at 36 weeks, 42 weeks, 51 weeks. But if we don't achieve it, we will continue trading those funds until you get it back. Now then, we have no doubt that we will hit that 5,000 plus an awful lot more. But what it's doing is giving you an assurance. It's giving you zero risk, because what you're doing is you know that a minimum that you're going to get if you put 5,000 in is an incredible educational service, the ability to market this company and make significant money yourself, because the compensation plan can make every 1 year a millionaire in a year's time. If you grow your teams, you have the ability to be able to get the lifestyle that you want. But also for the people who are buying those packages, what an incredible selling point to be able to say you're going to make a minimum of what you put in. Of course, we look to make an awful lot more. So that's the insurance side of the business. So what I've done now is I've explained to you my background and what I've done in the past. You can now see the company and the engine that we have developed to be able to sustain this company for the future. I have given you detailed information of every single part. How are you doing, Luis? I've seen you smiling lots. So every single part of the engine I've explained to you, and it's all real. You can go and touch the buildings. You know, you can now go and see the Forex. I've explained exactly how we generate that money. And finally, I just wanted to add a couple of items, how the assurance bar works in the company. Now, you've had a tremendous amount of information from me, and I'd like to keep a little quiet now and allow Rehan, who is our marketer, superb, the most incredible marketer in the world, to explain to you, because you're leaders. I want to convince and explain to you how we make the money, why we're sustainable, why this is a real company. Rehan can now take this on further, because I told you I'm the most useless internet marketer in the world. Rehan can explain to you how you can make incredible money from selling this incredible company. Thank you, Rehan.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul. It was just a pleasure listening to you. Now, the thing is, Cameron will not shut up, talking about how good and powerful this team is. And, he was very excited about today's call. And also he made us, me and Paul, very excited about this call as well, that even when we are at home, we are actually on this call. That's why, because it's almost, what time is it now? It's almost quarter past eight in UK. Now, I think so. Paul, as I've been informed, that these people needs to be. We've not done next gen business presentation so far. That's why these people needs to see our presentation first. That's why let Cameron do the presentation first, and then at the end I can come back and I can talk about the various things. But anyway, we are very excited about this group of people, and you guys are definitely on our top of the list. Now, Paul, I think so. It's a bit late for you as well. That's why you can take today's day off now. Okay. That's why, and I'll also come back once the presentation is done.
Okay, Rehan, what you need to know on this call is we have great leaders. They are not people looking to buy packages.
I've been informed.
These are people who want to make millions. So they are not people who just want to buy a 5,000 package and sit on their backside for the next 12 months. Okay, so that's the type of people that we have on there. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
I think so they'll be blown away with the information.
Yeah, thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry if it was a little bit technical, but you wanted to know it's a real company. I've shown you how it's a real company and why it's a real company. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time. Okay, Luis, thank you so much for, again, making this call happen. I'm going to hand it back to you so you could screen shares and you could run through the business overview presentation, because everyone is a leader on this call. So we don't need to go in depth because people understand how the PDF works. So please go through the business overview presentation.
All right. Before the presentation, a very brief, I want to thank Paul for his very clear and extensive presentation, so that we know that we are in the right place. That's very, very important. Okay, guys. So like Kamran said, we don't want to waste your time. I'm going to run as fast and as clear as possible with this short presentation. It's going to take me 10-15 minutes to show you why and how we are excited, and how we are inviting you, because whatever we are doing here, as Rehan said, as Paul said, as Kamran said, is real. And that's the most important thing. We are dealing with a real company with real products and everything. That's what we want. We don't want anything like fake. We don't want anything that is not real. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and let me accept one more person. And yes, we're here. Nextgen. Okay. I have to read this disclaimer because this is very, very important. This has been recorded, and now it's very, very necessary that we read this. Okay, so we make every effort to accurately represent our products, services, and income potential. There is no guarantee on level of income, and your results may vary depending on your individual skills, expertise, and efforts. For detailed information, please check terms and conditions on www.mynextgen.io. Nextgen and Nextgen Academy are not a licensed fiduciary and thus do not give any financial advice. All right. So I'm not going to go through the history of money and Bitcoin because we most already know about that. NFTs, that's something really, really important, which is turning the world around right now. These little figures, these little pictures, I don't know, however you want to call it. Some of them, as you see, the guy in the blue glasses sold by $29 million, guys. That picture that you see in there, $29 million. And keep that in mind, because we are in a company that will have, it will develop their own NFTs. That's really, really powerful, guys. All right. So multiverse as well, something that is really, really becoming so popular with the artificial intelligence around the world. Even Facebook, I always mention this, even Facebook changed its name. Now it's Meta because of the metaverse. The virtual reality is going to turn the world around, right? And one of our top products, it's our own digital asset, our own coin called Amgen, which is listed already in different exchanges and Pancake swap. You can look for it in CoinGecko. You can look for it also in Coinmarketcap. Guys, this is a coin that the other day, just the other day, it was 20 cents. You look for it today is about 60. So it already tripled the value, and it still is in the low, and not in the low, in the early stages. All right, we are not coming as we are going to come in the future with this strong community, and you will see how the price of this token, this coin, will blow. Now, it also has a very unique features because it's also going to be used in our NFT and our multiverse. All right. So another very, very strong and interesting product coming soon. It's in the making. And you, when you go to Dubai, hopefully you will be able to go this weekend. You will be able to talk to the developers right there. You will be able to see what this top of the art technical department is doing with not only the NFTs, but also the marketplace, the NFT generator, NFT staking, and NFT gains. But we are going to have our own wallet, non-custodial wallet, where you will be able to safely store over 100 cryptocurrencies. And the most important thing, guys, you will be able to buy cryptocurrency with your credit or debit card. That's powerful. And not only that, you will be able to store and swap our Amgen coin, right? You remember that Paul was talking about the very big building tower that we have in Turkey. I have the opportunity to be there in the launch of the company about 3 weeks ago. I met Rehan personally. I met also Paul and Kamran and hundreds of leaders around the world. And you know what? With the Amgen coin, you can buy an apartment in that tower. Even in the upcoming real estate projects that the company has, you will be able to use your Amgen coin to buy these apartments. That's really, really amazing. You know what's going to happen? The price will increase because we will have much more usability. But coming back into our non-custodial wallet is like you having a trust wallet, for example, where you are able to use your credit card to buy crypto. You will be able to do that. And not only that, next year in our main top event, first event of the year, the company is planning to launch their own crypto debit card where you will be able to convert your Amgen coins into money fiat money. Guys, this is really amazing. As they already said, we have company offices in many different places, two in London, one in Birmingham, which is the top office of the company. You already have seen the videos, and also a big office where we're gonna be next weekend in Dubai. Guys, this will be, I mean, it's not just any office, it's like huge, and a lot of money has been invested in there. So we also have offices in Turkey, Philippines, Nigeria, Sweden, you name it. We already met our co-founders, Rehan and Paul Chalmers, and also the corporate team, all of them real people. Not one person here is fake. These are real people. And already Mr. Chalmers talked about the Forex education that we have, which I would say is probably our top product in the company, because this is not something like many other companies pretend that they are providing a service. No, this is real. 20 educational modules, depending on the time you have 12 hours a day that you can see what's going on, and 8 hours a day of support. Guys, this is real. It's not just a PDF. This is real classes with live streaming every single day. Okay, so many people have learned, many people are making money just from the Forex classes they have learned in this academy. Okay, so we join for free. You use the link of the person that invited you. You know, your leaders, you know how it works. And we will be able to get up to 400% of any package we buy. We can receive, and we will receive, Forex education. We're gonna be able to receive Amgen coin, store our Amgen coins, and also earn passive rewards. All right, so you saw all the things we have in this amazing company, and you know what, you can be a member just with 100 euros. Yeah, 100 euros will open the doors of this amazing project to you. And then that's the minimum, and the maximum package we have right now is the trader package, the founder package, which is 5,000 euro. Of course, we can have as many packages as you want, okay? Because every package is good for 52 weeks, and we can get up to 1% daily rewards, Monday through Friday, up to 1%. And you know what? We have peace of mind because the company gives us the assurance that we are not going to lose our money, all right? Because we are going to receive Amgen coins until we reach our full package deposit, and not have the fear that we're gonna lose our money. That's very, very important and very nice of the company to provide us that peace of mind. Okay, so the power of compounding, secret of making money. You know, your leaders, you know how powerful compounding is. When you compound your earnings week after week after week, it will increase the amount of money that you have without you doing anything, without you having the need to invite anybody. This is totally passive. This is the most beautiful thing about Nextgen. You are not obliged to invite anybody. Obviously, when we invite, we receive much more earnings, right? Because you know what happens when you share. So, but for those people that are passive earners that are not interested in inviting anybody else, the power of compounding will multiply your income in a very, very fast way. Okay, so we have the payouts and the daily withdrawals. Okay, you can ask for a payout, you can ask for a withdrawal whenever you want, 24/7. It's your money. You want it as long as you have the minimum, which is 50 euros. You can ask a withdrawal anytime. Okay, but not only that, we're gonna get paid with Amgen coins. Listen to this, we're gonna get paid with Amgen coins. But if you don't withdraw your Amgen coins, which is very recommended, because as you saw, it was 20 cents when it launched. But now you go to Coinmarketcap, you're gonna see that it's 60 cents, and it will keep increasing. But let's say you don't want to withdraw your Amgen coins, the company every Sunday swaps the value of the Amgen coins into euros, and you can withdraw your euros, no questions asked either. So commissions are paid 7 days a week, and the rewards, meaning your profits from your package, are paid 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Okay, good. So the company wants us to maximize our earnings, our returns from our packages, from the educational packages that we buy. The company wants us to maximize the earning. There are two ways where we can maximize those earnings, and I'm going to share it with you in a couple of minutes. But for those people like me, like you, like Mr. Inogo, Mr. Avi, and all the amazing leaders that are here in this call that like to share the good opportunity of Nextgen, then the company have 5 different income streams. One is the direct bonus, all right? When you decide to talk to somebody else, to invite somebody, when you decide to share the opportunity with others, what's gonna happen is, give me 1 second. What's gonna happen is that when you share the opportunity with others, now you are going to receive 10% of every package. If you invite somebody that, wow, he or she wants to be a founder, which I'm going to explain in a couple of minutes as well, and that person buys a 5,000 euro package, which is the founder package, boom, you get 500 euros. That's good money, just because you share the opportunity. So there's another powerful, very powerful bonus, which is the team bonus, what we call the binary bonus. And it will be, depending on our package, 7%, 8%, or 9%. So let's say that you have this starter, or from the starter, which is 100 to the 500, you will get 7%. From the 2,500 or 1,000, 8%. And from the package, the top of the R package, the trader package, is 9%. This is really powerful. Why? Because this is something you will receive day in and day out, every day. Okay, you just have to qualify. How do you qualify? You need 1 personal referral on your left and 1 personal referral on your right, with a minimum of 100. That's it. You don't need anything else. Once you bring 1 person on your left and 1 person on your right, you're qualified for binary. And this is powerful because you can get that 7 days a week, 7%, 8%, or 9% of your small team. So you know what it is. If you're used to building binaries, you will see that you have $10,000 or euros in one side, and then you have 20,000 euros on the other side. So you will get from 7 to 9% of your small team that day, and the remaining balance will stay there for the next day. All right. So residual bonus, this is also very, very powerful, especially for you leaders that are used to building strong teams, large communities. Why is this so powerful? Because you are going to receive 11% up to 10 levels, 10, not levels, generations. What does that mean? That in your first generation, your first level, you will get 2%. You remember that people are compounding, people are wishing to get more money, and every week you're gonna get 2% of the people's compounding that are in your level 1, your first generation, the people that you invited. And it goes all the way down to generation number 10. And all are combined together is 11%. There's only one condition for that. You have to be a TL, which is a team leader. That's one of our ranks. And you will see how easy it is to reach ranks here in Nextgen. Something very important, something amazingly important. Pay attention, guys, is the founders package. What is that? We still have 16 days left. 16 days left. How do you become a founder? Well, there is, like you saw early in the presentation, the 5,000 euro package. When you buy the 5,000 euro package and you become a TL, remember, this is a very important rank, TL, team leader, within a year, now you are considered a founder. And what's going to happen when you are considered a founder? The company will share 10% of their earnings every single year for years to come. Okay, so once again, I'm going to repeat this because it's very important. You have to buy a 5,000 euro package before or on June 30th. That's the deadline. That's the last day that you can participate to be a founder. And after that, you have the whole year to become a team leader. So once you have a founders package and you are a team leader, the 1st of September of every year, starting next year, the company will share 10%. So of their profits. So let's say next year, 2023, the company earned, let's put it small. The company in this year and through next year, they earn $10 million, all right? The company will share $1 million with all of the founders. So what's gonna happen? Let's say we have 1,000 founders. Let's put this number to make it easy for me because I'm not good in math. So if we have 1,000 founders and the company is sharing $1 million, what's going to happen? Every founder will receive $1,000. But now the company keeps growing. Now in 2024, the company didn't earn 10 millions. Now the company earned 30 millions. So what's going to happen? The company is shared 10% of that is 3 millions. Now the money that is going to be shared is bigger, but the amount of founders is still the same, is still 1,000. Guess what? The company will give every founder $3,000. Imagine when in 2025, 2026, whatever, the company is getting 100 million profits and the company shares 10 million. Now those 1,000 founders are going to receive $30,000 each. That's how big this is. And you will need it anyway, guys. You will need it anyway because you are going to build a team. You're going to build a large community. So remember, we can only earn 4 times of our package. So once you start receiving commissions, once you start receiving binaries, you will need to have a big package so that you can receive all the earnings. All right, so this is very, very important. Also, the renewal bonus, it's every time we just complete our package or our earnings, now we have to renew, obviously. So then we're gonna get paid 10% again, direct referral bonus, and depending on our package, we're gonna receive either 10, 8, or 9% when people renew under us. All right. So what else, guys? This is very, very important. I want you to focus on this. This is what we call the career plan, the ranking of the company. This is really amazing. And this is personally one of the things that I think the company has done best and better for all the networkers. Why? Because we don't need to have like a lot of people and a lot of volume in our team to reach the highest rank in the company. Okay, so you remember I told you that for you to qualify for binary, you just need one person on the left, one person on the right with 100 years. That is an active trainee. Now the next rank is very, very important. For me, it's one of the most important ranks in the company, which is QT, or qualified trainee. What's going to happen when you qualify as a QT? You just need $500 on your left and $500 on your right. You see, that's pretty simple, right? I mean, I'm talking about leaders that are like you and me that are, you know, used to building teams. That's pretty simple. Okay, so but what happens when you become a qualified trainee? You remember that I told you that the company wants us to receive the highest maximum pay every single day. Well, there are two ways for you and me and every member you invite to reach the highest possible returns every day. One is becoming a QT, a qualified trainee. Once you become a qualified trainee, you guarantee that you will receive maximum returns every day for life, okay? But what happens, there are people that are not networkers. There are people that, you know, are not interested in inviting others, but yes, they are interested in receiving more money from the company. So the second option to receive highest returns from the company is by compounding for 26 weeks. When you compound your earnings for 26 weeks, you are also considered a QT, and now you guarantee that you are going to receive maximum profits every day. But not only that, there's something even better. When you remember that I told you, when we buy a package, it's good for 52 weeks, right? But when you compound, you are extending the life of your package, all right? So it's not like if you compound 10 weeks, you lose 10 weeks. No, it's the contrary, it's the opposite. Every time you compound, every week you compound will not count. It's like you start your contract again. Your 52 weeks will remain intact as you compound. So if you compound 26 weeks, at the end of 26 weeks, you still have 52 weeks. If you compound for a full year, you still have your 52 weeks. So this is like the company encouraging you and me to keep saving money. That's what we're doing. We're saving our money. That's what I do. I compound every single week. All right. So that's very, very important. Next rank, look, team leader. You remember, for you to be considered a founder, on top of buying your founder package, the 5,000 euro package, you have to be a team leader. But look at this. How can you be a team leader? Very, very simple, guys. $5,000 on the left, $5,000 on the right. I mean, euros. 5,000 euros on the left and 5,000 on the right. That's it. You don't need anything else. 5,000 has to come from your direct referrals. That's the only thing. And that's it. You are a team leader. It's really, really easy. And when you become a team leader, now the company is going to give you a branded kit with the magazine, gold coin badge, t-shirt, pen and diary, and Nextgen badge. All right. So very simple, very easy. And look at this, the next rank. Remember what I told you. Every company we've been before, we need to accumulate higher volumes. Every rank we reach, we have to keep, you know, bringing more volume, more sales, more sales, more sales. Some companies even erase at the end of the month, they flush the points. You have to start from zero. Nothing, none of that is happening here. So for you to be a team manager, the company is going to give you a very beautiful branded watch, a next gen watch. And what's going to happen when you're a team manager? Now you only need one team leader on the left and one team leader on the right. That's it. It's not like you need to have 100,000 on the left and 100,000 on the right. No, just one team leader on the left, one team leader on the right. That's it. Senior manager, our next rank. Well, this is the only time that you will need two, okay? You will need two team managers on the left, two team managers on the right. That's it. That's it. You are a senior manager, and when you are a senior manager, the company will give you an iPhone. All right. So remember, this is not like you need now 250,000 to be a senior manager. No, you just need to have, I'm sorry, two team managers on the left, two team managers on the right. This is built easily for us to reach the ranks. The company wants us at the top. Now, regional director. All you need is one senior manager on the left, one senior manager on the right, and the company will give us a MacBook. Regional president, one regional director left, one regional director right, and will receive either a Rolex or $5,000 cash. Very, very, very good. And finally, we next one is president. We need a regional president left, regional president right. We're gonna get a beautiful Mercedes-Benz. Global ambassador, one president on the left and one president on the right, and we will get one of the apartments that the company is building. Guys, this is really, really simple. We are leaders, we are builders. We just have to start helping our team, and then when we do that, we are going up, because if they go up, we go up. So very important, the company has daily webinars, system training, development, mentorship, leadership meetings, local events, international events. This weekend we have an international event in Dubai, and we have global conventions. And also, this is the #1 company, not in the world, but for the world. And we have 5% of our profits will go to charity. And thank you so much for this presentation. All right, so I hope you understood everything. We're gonna have probably a Q&A, and Mr. Inogol, my good friend, and big leader, my Oga, do you have anything to add this presentation that we just had right now? Oh, okay, let me unmute everybody. I'm sorry, my bad, excuse me. Okay, go ahead and do it, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. That was quite precise and straight to the point. I appreciate that so much. There's nothing to add. You already made it clear. So it's now for us to allow the CEO and then Cameron to do what they do before we now go to the Q&A. We have people here. I have people to recognize later, and those who ask their questions. Immediately we are done with that. Okay, so take it away from me.
Okay, okay.
Yes, do you guys want me to talk now? Thank you much. Thank you. Is it Gold? Thanks for inviting me to this call. Because we as a company, we are very, our presence is very small in Africa. Even we have an office in Nigeria. Our presence in Africa is next to nothing. Not even 0.1% sale comes from Africa. That's why we are actually looking to grow our business in this community. Like at the moment, our community is almost 95% Western community. We don't even have many Indians, or we don't even have many Indians in the market. We are actually trying to grow the teams in India as well. But at the moment, our main market is the more Western market. That's why we are very big in Europe, in UK, in USA, in Latin America. But we are like in Russia, in Spain, in Sweden, we are very big there. Also in Canada as well. But we are like not even 0.01% is coming from African market. That's why we are, our focus is this market now. That's why we are looking for very good leaders who can take this opportunity and spread this into this virgin territory. That's why that is our goal. That's why me, Kamran, and also Paul, it's our focus at the moment is to support teams more in African region. That's why you guys are going to get more support from us, because we've got already business growing in other regions. But this region is like something that we are really interested in. Now, also we are even in like South Asian countries, we're growing very fast. Like we have an office in Philippines. We even have because in Philippines, if you are promoting a wrong business, you can go to jail. That's why we actually have an SEC license in Philippines. That's why we have an office there. We have a license, and we can promote the business properly. That's why we are actually doing the event in Dubai, and straight after I'm actually flying to Philippines, and we are doing an event next weekend in Philippines, another huge event in Philippines as well. But anyway, now I think so we've got how many participants? We've got about 80 participants here. Now, the thing is, I don't want to, I want to get straight to the point. I don't want to, go around the bush. I want to be very straight and very honest with you people. That's why I'm going to ask you, because, as I've been told that a lot of people on this call are very experienced. That's why one thing I can't do is give you bullshit. That's why I'm not going to talk bullshit now. I'm not going to say that something that, is said by all the previous CEOs or previous owners. That's why I'm going to get straight to the point. Now, straight to the point is this, that it's very important to do your research before you join a company. Because anytime when a company runs away, what happens? You lose your credibility. It's so many times that you can lose your credibility because people don't blame the company, they blame you, because people join people don't join company. That's why it's very important that you do your research before you join any network. Now, I'll give you a simple mathematics. Now, in any system we look at, in any company, I'm not talking about Nextgen. If you look at any company, that's why I'm not going to talk like, we are the best. What I'm going to talk to you is some facts now that nobody can deny. That's why any company that you look at, no matter what kind of compensation plan they have, because at the moment, the competition is so high, all compensation plans are very good. Okay, no matter what compensation plan it is, 50% goes into commissions. 50%, 10% direct, couple of binaries, this and that, company expenses as well. That's why 50% of the money goes into the compensation plan paying to the networkers. Am I right or wrong? That's what's happened. That's why, meaning when company receives 10,000, 5,000 is gone now to the network. Now, how much company has? The 5,000. Meaning whenever company receives money, 50% is gone out on day one. That means the company has now 5,000. Now the company has to pay profit on how much? 10,000. Now, if a company is paying, I'm talking about everything. If a company is paying 20% profit, they're not paying 20%. They're actually paying 40% because they're paying profit on 10,000, but they have 5,000. That's why if they're paying 20% profit, they're not paying 20%, my friends. They're paying 40%. That's why if a company that's paying 40% profit, in 3 months, they have run out of the money. In 3 months, they have run out of the money. That's what every single system is doing. You've seen this. You've seen hundreds, not hundreds, you've seen thousands of companies came and went. That's why any system, to me, it's baffling. For me, it's really, really baffling, because I don't understand that why people don't understand a simple calculation. When a company closes down and runs away with people's money, everyone feels, everyone, acts like they are surprised. Everyone is shocked that, oh, we didn't knew this company will run away. We didn't knew they were scammed. But can't you see a simple fact? 50% gone on the first day, and in the first month they paid 40%. How excuse my language, but how this system is sustainable? That's why it is impossible, because the system is designed to fail. This system is designed to fail after fail after fail. That's why you've seen hundreds of companies come and go, because the system is designed to fail. That's why no matter what you do, whatever you do, the system is designed to fail. That's why now your question is going to be, how come your system is sustainable? It's simple. Meaning everything else is a Ponzi, but we are not. Okay, you can't say that. I have to prove it to you that that our system is sustainable. That's what we use is we use something called probability. We use probability to make our system sustainable. Same time, it's very important to understand this. It's very important to understand that we use probability to make our system sustainable. Not just sustainable, it is also fair as well. Because you can't have a system that is unfair but sustainable. You need to have a system that is fair, sustainable, but at the same time, it needs to be lucrative for the networkers, but also for somebody who is not a networker, just buying a package. It needs to be lucrative for both parties, but at the same time sustainable, and also it needs to be fair. Now, what I've told you, all these things, it sounds good, but how did we go around this problem? Because this is a problem that every company has. How did we manage to solve this? Now, let me tell you a bit about myself. I've done network marketing for 17 years. Out of the 17 years, 10 years, I was doing just the network marketing. Just network marketing. For about 7 years, I've been helping to set up network marketing companies. That's why my experience in setting up and running network marketing companies is 7 years. That's why I have wrote compensation plan for lots of different companies. I've been running my own company since 2018. That's why I have done all the mistakes that you can think of. And I am an expert in compensation plans. That's why when we designed this compensation plan, it was designed very cleverly. Now, you probably have heard of this thing that, elephant's teeth. Now, elephant has two types of teeth. One is the one that he uses to eat. And one teeth are to show off. Okay. Now, today, I'm going to show you the elephant's eating teeth. The show off teeth, we're also going to show you as well. Because when we show you the compounding and when we show you the price of the coin, if it goes up, 5,000 euro account, we can show that it can become more than 100,000 euro. Those are the elephant's teeth. But what I'm trying to show you today is the one that he eats with, the real teeth, what happens, how the system behind the scene is sustainable. Now, for the next 5 minutes are going to be very, very important. That's why I want your 100% attention on this. That's why. Now, what happens? Now, in any system in the world, there is nothing where you can have 100% winners. You cannot have 100% winners in anything. Because if you have 100% winners, who are the losers? If everyone is a winner, who's the loser? Because winners, how did the winners become winners? They have won from somebody who are the losers. That's why in any system, you cannot have 100% winners. You have to have losers and you have to have winners. That's why in every system, you cannot have 100% people making money. You have people who make money and you have people who lose money. If you have a system where everyone is making money, that means that system will fail one day. Okay? That's why because as I said to you before, when I'm going to talk to you today, I'm not going to talk to you bullshit. I'm going to talk to you straight to the point. That something that you really, really need to know. Not just because you want to join Nextgen, it's because this information that I'm giving to you is very, very vital to understand the industry and everything else. Now, what we use probability to make our system sustainable. That's why in our system, we don't have losers, but not everyone is a winner. But people who are winner, who are following the system. And people who don't follow the system, they're not the losers, but it takes longer for them to make the money. Okay? I come again. We have a system where people, when they follow the system, they make money, very good money. But people who don't follow the system, they don't lose money, but it takes longer for them to make that money back. Now, how does the system work? Now, first of all, you probably have seen that in our system, every Monday, you have to press one button to turn the trading on. Every Monday, you have to log into the system and you have to press the button on Monday, you press the wheel starts turning and you start making money Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But if you don't press that button on Monday, you don't get an option on Tuesday. You have to press the button on next Monday. Now, the good thing about the system is the system gives you 52 weeks. Now, any week that you don't press the button, you don't lose the week. Because the system is fair. That's why because you got 52 weeks, 1 week you have pressed the button, now your weeks have gone down to 51. Next week you have not pressed the button, you still have 51 weeks left. The system is fair. As long as you don't press the button, you're not going to lose the weeks. Any week you don't press the button, you don't lose the weeks. Now, why do we have this? The reason we have this is because we are using probability. Now, how does the insurance companies work? Insurance companies work is because not every person who's going to buy the insurance is going to not going to have the accident. That's how insurance companies make money. They make money because people will not, people will not get the insurance. They will buy the insurance, but they will not get into a position where they have to claim the insurance. Similarly, how does the gyms work? The exercise gyms. Not everyone goes to a gym. You pay the membership every month, but you don't go to a gym. Similarly, the gift cards that you get from different stores. 20% of gift cards never gets claimed. Similarly, on Monday, people don't turn the trading on. Okay, let me tell you this. On Monday, people don't turn the trading on because they are too busy, because they need to remember the password, they need to remember the username, they need to remember Google authentication, CAPTCHA. The Monday, they're too busy. Because, you know, why people join network marketing? Because they get excited. That's why maybe they turn on the trading first week, second week, third week, but slowly and steadily, they start forgetting. 1 week they do, 1 week they don't, 1 month they do, next month they do it once, then they forget again. That's why almost 50% people forget to turn the trading button on. Now, why I'm telling you this? Why I'm telling you this? It means that if company has 100,000, 50% people have not pressed the button. Does the company trade with 50 million? Company is still trading with 100 million. That means if the company is paying 10%, we're not paying 10%, we're paying 5%. Okay? This is a very, very important point to understand. That's why in the end, I'm going to ask you the question. If you are the owner of this company, would you ever close this company down? I'm going to ask you this question at the end of this session. Let me tell you, this is just one thing that we do. Other than that, what we have in our system is that every person, for you to make high profit, you have to become QT. That's why the first 30 days, that's why this bit is very, very important to understand, everyone. That's why if you guys are interested to make money, you need to understand this point. That's why anybody who wants to make high profit, they need to become QT. And how do you become QT? You need to recruit somebody on your right with 500 euros, somebody on the left with 500 euros. It could be 5 people with 100 euros, but 500 euro direct volume on your right, 5 to 100 direct volume on your left will make you a qualified trainee. Now, the first 30 days, you receive high profit. But if you don't become QT, your profit goes down to standard profit. After how many days? 30 days. Now, why do we have this system? I'll explain this to you. Now, whenever one person becomes QT, how does that one person becomes QT? By bringing minimum 2 people. Minimum 2 people to make one QT. That means whenever there is one QT, there is 2 people who are not QT. What does that mean in mathematics? It means that 33% people are QT, 66% people are not QT. Okay? Meaning in the company, 33% people are QT and 66% people are not QT. But whenever anybody becomes QT, the percentage does not change. Because each time one person is QT, sorry, I think so there's somebody talking. Can you mute them? Yes. That means that there is always 66% people are on lower profit and 33% people on higher profit. But let me tell you the honest truth. Only 5% people can bring 2 people in. Meaning 95% people are getting paid the standard profit, but the 5% people are getting paid higher profit. Okay, that's why it is really, really clever compensation plan we have. That's why, but the thing is, the system is very fair. If you press the button on Monday, you get paid. If you bring 2 people, one right, one left, you are a QT, and you also get paid. Now, but I'm going to tell you how the system is fair, even more fair later on. But first of all, I'm going to explain it to you how much company is paying out. Now, if the high profit we're paying 10%, And if the standard profit we're paying 4%, that 4% is getting paid to 95% people. And 10% is getting paid to how many percent people? 5% people. But in fact, because 50% people have not turned the trading on, it's not the 10%, it's actually the 5%. And it's not the 4%, it's actually 2% to 95% people. That means the average is about 2.25%.
I know where to find the fugitives you're looking
Okay.
for.
There's somebody talking behind the scene. Okay, thank you very much for muting that person. That's why it's very important to understand this, that the company has a very, very sustainable program. That's why now in our system, it's very important when we sell this opportunity, we are extremely honest. That's why whenever you sign somebody up, you need to ask them 2 questions. Can you become a QT? Or can you turn the button on Monday? They say, yes, I can bring 2 people and I can press that 1 button. And the third thing, if they say, I can't bring 2 people, you need to tell them that they need to compound for 26 weeks. Because if you compound for 26 weeks, you automatically become QT. Okay, why 26 weeks? And why compounding? Because when people are compounding, they're compounding weekly. When we are compounding daily. That's why for us to get that money from 50 to 100% is very easy. That's why through compounding, when we make that 50 to 100% is very easy for us because we are compounding daily. Similarly, what we've done is we use the system, we use probability to make the whole thing sustainable. That's why if you see our compensation plan, it is extremely, extremely lucrative for the networkers, but at the same time, it's lucrative for the investors. It's lucrative for the investors because they can come in, they can compound, they can even make their 5,000 go to over 20,000. And that's if the coin price does not grow. If the coin price goes up, their 5,000 can even become 100,000. All they had to do was to press it 1 button on Monday and bring 2 people in, or compound for 26 weeks. So the system is very, very fair. That's why now I hope that answers your question. Also, it's very important to understand the company provides a very good education system. Where you get 20 modules. Whenever somebody buys a package, they actually buy an education package. Any rewards they get, any profit they get, it is not profit, it's reward. And why do they get reward? Because they have pressed the button on Monday. Because whenever people press that button on Monday, now it's not a passive program, it becomes an active program. So by pressing that button on Monday, you are now participating. That's the reason you are getting the rewards for it. That's why the company has to be very legally, right to actually, to sell this product, because you can't sell investment. Now, as a company, as you can see, a lot of the management, me as a CEO, when you see Managing Director Paul Chalmers, Shweta, from every single person in the management is a real person. We are very much exposed to the network. No company has as many offices, physical offices, grand offices, beautiful offices like us. We have a very good presence. We have real estate projects. We have one of the best IT teams working for us. We are using one of the best technologies out there. That's why we have one of the best of the best. That's why especially leaders that are working with us, they've done a lot of research before they joined us. Now, it's very important to, I also wanted to talk about our NFT project, our coin side of the project, and we also wanted to talk to you about our NFT game as well. That we've got the IT team in Dubai that is making our NFT game that we can actually show it to you as well once you are in Dubai. So we've got an IT team in Dubai where we are actually creating an NFT game. I wanted to talk to you more about that, but I thought this point was very, very important to discuss. But I think so later on I can do another training on NFT project. But I think so that's all from me today, and I'm really, really excited for everyone on this call, because I think so everyone on this call is actually fed up of Ponzi schemes. I would have never started my company, because I really wanted to do network marketing, but I couldn't find a company. That's why this is the only reason I started, because I wanted to create a genuine opportunity where networkers can come and make millions, but it's a sustainable model. That's all from me today, and I'm looking forward to working with every single one of you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kamran.
Okay, Mr. Inogo. I don't know if before we close the call, you have any questions for Rehan, because they have been very self-explanatory. They have talked and told us many things about the company, about the project. I don't know if you would like to have any question before we close.
Well, there are some few questions, very little questions. But before then, I have one of my big leader from South Africa, Mr. Tutu from South Africa. Please, can you maybe unmute yourself, Mr. Tutu, and say something and say hi. He's from South Africa, and I want him to be one of the leaders in South Africa. He will be one of the people that will be heading South Africa soon. So, Mr. Tutu, are you here on the call? Are you still here?
He wouldn't be able to unmute himself. I think Louise will have to unmute him, I believe.
No,
because I was talking with him of recent, and I think he's still on the call.
Everybody can unmute themselves. Anybody can unmute.
Okay. Mr. Tutu, are you still on the call? Because I was just chatting him of recent, and I told him I will bring him up.
Yes, I can see him on the call. He's on the call, he's muted.
Okay.
Okay, so moving forward, while he jumps in, if you have a question or two, but real quick, we can ask. If not, I have.
The question I have, number one, I want to find out, when are you people bringing your office to Lagos? Because that to you, sincerely, is not good for us. We want to do something big, and I think Lagos will be better. So what's the plan to bring the office down to Lagos?
Now, if you can bring a million euro billing, we'll have an office in Lagos, no problem.
Okay.
And that's not a big target. I know what you guys can do. That's not a huge target. If you can do that, I'll definitely build an office in Lagos for you guys. Okay,
now I want to ask something, because Nigeria is a peculiar country, and I just wanted to just look. I know this thing is on already, Africa is somehow, but there's something I want to ask for those of us who, when you join and then make payments, you are directed to do the two-factor authenticator instantly and all that. Can that wait? Can that be, let it wait later, because it's really affecting us moving fast in this part of the world, because you need to, if it's later, you can now take the person through on how to do that. When you send a link for someone, immediately just buy a package. The next thing is the two-factor authenticator, which most people don't have it on their phone already. And then just except leaders who are already doing business that have it, so no problem on that. But, we are bringing in leaders, we're bringing followers, we're bringing in new people into the business and every other things like that. So it takes time at times to do. Is there any plan on relaxing that? It's good to have that for security, but not making it like instant immediately after paying, because so that people can come in later, we can do training on that, on how they can do that.
Now, the thing is, the reason we have Google authentication is that at one point we never used to have Google authentication. But what was happening is at the moment there's a lot of hackers that are trying to hack people's account. That's why it's one of those, because when you have your account, you have money there, and especially cryptocurrency. And and what these hackers are looking for is to hack not even the banks, because with banks they can trace up that money. but when they can hack somebody's account, they can take their money. That's why it's very important that the security is the best. That's why at the moment what we do, we are one of the only companies that are using AWS servers. So we're using Amazon service, we are using Google authentication, we're using Cloudflare for security. That's why we have I would say our system is like a Rolls Royce of a system, because it's not that we just bought a system off the shelf. The whole system is a bespoke. That's why you will see that, even any daily rewards you get statement for that. Any code that you generate, any pin that you create, the commission, every single thing has a statement. You know where that code has been used. So every single thing that you do, there are multiple layers of the system. That's why the system has a very good security. And we are very proud of the system that we have created, because anybody who is an experienced networker, when they see our back office, they straight away know that this company means business, because I have spoken to some networkers who have got like 20 years plus experience, and they confess that they have never seen a system that's as good or as detailed as this one. That's why our system, that's why we take a lot of pride in our system, and all the commissions, or even all the binary gets generated straight away. That's why normally binary gets generated midnight, but I think so. We have one of the only company to have a system where even the binary and the direct gets paid straight away, because the system is so powerful. That's why it's very important to have the security, and also, your question to remove the Google authentication. I can understand that it creates that delay, but I think so. It creates more benefits than the delay that it creates. But anyway, I think so. I hope that I answered your question.
You mentioned Mr. Inogold, sorry to cut you around me. Regarding this, it can cause a bit of delay, but imagine if someone's from your downlines money gets stolen from their account, or someone hacks their money, the kind of trouble you're gonna have in the longer run, that'll be tenfold bigger. So you don't want that headache.
Hello?
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions, guys? Any more questions?
All right, what I want to ask, maybe there's other leaders who ask questions, but I just want to ask, when the decentralized wallet, will it be DApp enabled? Will it have DApps that we can have Web3, like connecting to Uniswap, connecting to Pancake?
Very good questions. Now, at the moment, when we launched our Amgen wallet, it had swap facility built in. That's why our wallet has, it's actually a decentralized wallet, numerical based, non-custodial wallet. What does that mean is the funds in the wallet are not with us, it's with you. Now, let me tell you, it's actually on the blockchain, meaning the company don't have any control over it. Actually, nobody has control over it. That's why it's actually, I'll confess it to you, it's actually a white labeled trust wallet. It's a trust wallet, but it's been white labeled to be called Amgen wallet. That's why behind the scene, it's actually the engine is trust wallet engine. That's why if you even use the mnemonics that Amgen wallet gives you, you can actually use those wallets in trust wallet, and you'll be able to access your coins there. That's why it just gives you the extra knowledge on what actually Amgen wallet is. That's why Amgen wallet is actually a white labeled trust wallet. Now, also it has added facilities like you can buy top 100 currencies using credit cards, MasterCard, Visa card, Apple Pay, and also Android Pay as well. That's why you can use these methods to buy cryptocurrencies, USDT, Bitcoin, you name it, you can buy it in Amgen wallet. Now, thirdly, the swap facility. The first swap facility was built into Amgen wallet. But unfortunately, we have to remove the swap facility from the Amgen wallet. The reason is Apple, iOS, Apple wants us to remove that facility for us to be on Apple devices. That's why if we remove the swap facility, then to be, because we want our wallet to be on iPhone as well. That's why if we have it on the iPhone, we have to remove it from the Android as well. That's why we had it available on the Android, but unfortunately we have to remove it for the time being. In the future, I think so they need an extra layer of security. That's why if we can create that extra layer of security on our swap platform, we'll have it available in Android and also on the Apple devices as well. That's why at the moment we are going to be removing the swap facility from the Amgen wallet. That I think so we have already removed it because Apple has told us to. That's why it was there, and everyone liked it, but we had to remove it because Apple don't want it there. Thank you. I think so that I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for that explanation. Then in terms of the coin, the Amgen coin,
Yes.
is it just going to be I'm trying to see, is there any plan to make sure that let's say talking about the kind of volume that are coming into it, in terms of purchases, makes it grow? Is there any plan or anything or utility around it that will boost the coin and all that?
Very, very good question. I love this question. Now, let me tell you, first of all, Amgen coin is a dual blockchain coin. Now, it's a dual blockchain coin. Now 99 million is on Binance Smart Chain, and 99 million is on Matic Polygon blockchain. So it's a dual blockchain coin. That's why the total supply is not 99 million, it's 198 million is the total supply of the coin. That's why at the moment you can only see the Binance Smart Chain blockchain on CMC, but soon you will see that both blockchains are going to be shown on CMC. That's number one. Number two, we are actually building two different platforms to create usability on the coin. Number one is the sports trade platform, partnered with Bet360. That's why we will have Bet360 website, but it's going to be wide labeled as sports trade, where because you can't build those systems, it costs billions to make those systems. That's why what we will have, because there are millions of sports, and millions of sports get played on monthly basis, and there are thousands of sports out there. That's why you cannot have a system where we are running just a sports trade platform. That's why it's actually we partnered with Bet360, where that platform is going to be white labeled as the sports trade platform, and all the trades are going to be, obviously all the sports trade will happen, all the sports are going to be played, and all the money that you're going to put on into the system, you'll be able to use Amgen. That's why we will, as a payment gateway, we will have Amgen in the system. That's why you'll be able to, that's why the idea is to create minimum 10,000 transactions per day. If we manage to achieve 10,000 transactions per day, and we've been told that creating 10,000 transactions per day is no problem at all. That's why we could exceed maybe 50 to 100,000 transactions per day. That is the real target. But I think so even if we do 10,000 transactions per day, the coin price will go over €1. This is the reason we are very stingy about giving our Amgen coin. So whenever you get commissions, that commissions are not getting paid in Amgen, it gets paid in USDT. And every week, the Amgen coin that we pay you, we take them back on Sunday, and we give them USDT back to you. The reason is we know Amgen will worth a lot more than what it is now. That's why it's very important that you understand that Amgen is going to be a very a very important coin in the future. That's why because of all the usability we are creating. Now the second usability that we're creating is obviously the NFT space that we are creating, the game that we are creating. That's why that's also going to increase the value of the Amgen coin. Now, any other questions, guys?
Thank you very much on that. I don't, if there's any other question, maybe somebody will just raise their hand up, but I don't think there's no hand up yet. So maybe there's no question.
Looking forward to seeing everyone in Dubai. And I think so. I love you, leave you before my wife kills me. Okay. That's why. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody, for being in this call. I think it has been very, very informative. We had almost 2 hours, or no, not almost, more than 2 hours already of sharing information. Anyway, I know that the CEO, also the managing director, are always available in case we can have, or we want to have another Q&A question, Zoom in the near future, we can have it. Our very good and strong leader, Mr. Kamran, will arrange everything and coming the time that you need that. So thank you so much, everybody. I definitely feel very happy. Congratulations, Mr. Inogol. At the moment, we have 100 people in the call. That's quite an achievement. You are a very strong leader, and your leaders are very strong, and that shows why we had 100 people in this call. If you want to say goodbye and close the call, Mr. Inogol, thank you once again, Kamran. I appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm cool, and I appreciate all of you for answering the call. And for all the leaders who are still present, I thank you for being there. So it's now time for us to get to work. And if there's any other thing, maybe you can just ask me as we'll be in the group, or maybe chat with me, and then we can just iron it out, and then we'll get to work. So thank you very much. I appreciate so much. Bye.
Goodbye. God bless you all.
Yeah.
Thanks for being in the call.
Thank you, guys. See you later.